Wow. It is so.
It is properly so.
Yep.
If you notice, these would be the bars. And this would basically the roots of the plant. Because it would keep too much dry material to reuse.
Oh, so you must not go ahead and use it.
You can use it, but you need to
Dry it out.
You need to disinfect it, cure it basically.
So stick it on a baking tray, stuck it in the oven for a period of time. Do some disinfectant.
Okay.
Dry it out as well to make it easier to work with the plants. Right. For this, the space on this is too loose, too wide for the material we're going to use.
Yes.
We can use a piece of mesh. We can use, I recommend, based on where I am, I'd recommend a mesh. You could use coconut husk, coconut bark, but simulate a tree that this naturally grows on. I don't know if with knives or not, Jerry.
Bowl, yeah.
Yeah, the
The bowl. But you can also use the
Which came from the coconut.
yes, from the palm tree. The coconut, the thing you're referring to can also be used, but then again, it is based on your climate and your environmental conditions. I tend to try and use as much of what is naturally available than going to the store to buy stuff. Alright, so we're using this mix. Generally, you ought to soak this for a while before you start using it, but I am operating based on my environment. I do not pre-soak my mix before I use it because then again I have in container here some sphagnum moss that is already soaked. We are going to remove it and we're going to squeeze out all of the water. Well, most as much as is running. We're also going to just add this at random to the mix. We're using this for some amount of water retention. I still do this where I am because it gets dry sometimes. All right. We ought to trim the plants. As you can notice, there are some really strong, healthy looking roots, and there are some roots that look, they may be alive, but based on what we're trying to achieve, we're going to trim a few parts of it. The ones that look black or dark, the darkest form of brown.
You can touch it to see if it's mushy.
Question, Sheila, what type of plant is it that you're repotting?
Cochleata. Encyclia.
A what?
Cochleata.
Cochleata.
So I'm still struggling with the prosticea. It's, I've known this plant as what I refer to it just now from I've known the plant, and I'm stuck in my ways because I'm getting that point of this. I guarantee it's one of the most beautiful things you can see. It's, I like it. It's one of the first orchid I ever owned. Alright, so I'm going to set the plant to one of the corners, and
Why?
So you are going to provide support as well as you want the root.
That plant, it's in the corner. It's a very spiteful thing.
How so?
It will grow up to the corner that will set it.
Yes.
And not push to the middle.
Yes, but if you plant it in the middle, it may stay there and decide I'm not going to do a thing.
No, when they not plant it in the middle and it flow, never put up a plant. That's not going to be there.
So, well,
Okay. Can I say something?
yes, you may.
Okay. In the basket, he can put it in the corner, but instead of setting the basket like this when you hang it, he set the basket like this. And it will grow.
So you tilt it away from where it
Tilt it towards the line.
you tilt the plant.
Away from the side where it is.
Yes.
So in other words, I am to tilt it when I take it home.
Right. So that it'll grow and still, it'll grow something. Right.
So another thing I would do, get galvanized wire and I'll tie it down.
Right.
It's from experience. Try not to put your potting mix.
All the way up.
You have to keep it as close as possible to the root. And if you're looking for support, you can get
Stake it.
larger piece of stone and use it to rest on it until it establishes itself on in the container. I might try that bamboo thing. Basket, we should be able to get this bamboo through the plant and across the basket for stability. Alright, so I've had small amount of moist sphagnum moss at different points, at random points, and I'm going to add the rest of the mix. For me, I would then put this in a pan of water for maybe an hour to get the potting mix as moist as it can get. Ikebana.
Okay. Because instead of piling the material, I'm always piling it up to keep it. But the simple bamboo,
So, if you, one of the challenge with most of the orchid, except your orchid, I interact with dendrobium,